Hello, Jessica Frost-Ballas here with a video for Trinity Stamps. Today I'll show you how to create a mixed media galaxy scene for this fun outer space themed anniversary card. So let's get started. First I spray a panel of white cardstock with Distress Resist spray and let it dry completely. I love how the droplets vary in size and shape. I also add a few larger splatters with the cap off. Once this is fully dry, the sprayed areas will resist the inks we add later, creating white splatters that resemble stars in a galaxy sky. While the panel is drying, I die cut all the pieces from the blast-off die set to create my rocket. I use a mix of regular cardstock and glitter cardstock for a little extra sparkle and shine. To glue the tiny pieces, I spread some liquid glue on a scrap of paper and dip the back of each die cut into it. This method keeps excess glue from squishing out when I adhere the parts together, and a light tap removes any extra glue before sticking it. I use silver and red glitter cardstock along with white cardstock and scraps of yellow, orange, and red for the flames. I adhere all the pieces together, but leave the rocket and flames separate for now. I also stamp sentiments from your stellar and die cut them with the coordinating dies. Now that the resist spray is dry, I'm ready to start ink blending. I use Trinity Stamps Blending Buddies to apply peacock feathers, picked raspberry, and mustard seed distress inks randomly across the panel. The resist spray beautifully repels the ink, leaving my white stars behind. I'm not too precise here. I want a mix of bright patches without a defined pattern. After blending, I use a dry paper towel to wipe away any excess ink from the resist areas, making the white splatters pop even more. Next, I blend black soot distress ink to fill in all the white space around the colors. Galaxy backgrounds are an exercise in patience because for a long time it kind of looks like a hot mess. But if you're patient and keep at it, the end results are truly amazing. I apply the black ink in varying levels of intensity, avoiding the colorful areas as much as possible, but it's also okay if some overlap happens. Once I finish with the black, I wipe off the excess again with a clean paper towel. And I fully admit right now that it really looks nothing like a galaxy, but just keep watching and waiting. I let the black ink dry for an extra minute or two and then go back in with my ink colors and blend them into the black. This fills in most of the white areas and softens any harsh black edges or lines. I wipe off the excess ink again and then go over the edges of the panel with black ink to add a little more depth. Finally, I blend in my colors once again to get a little more vibrancy. When the panel is dry, I spray it liberally with shimmer spray and blot off the excess. This adds a soft violet sheen, especially over the darker areas. Then I splatter metallic gold and silver watercolor paint using a brush and the Ganzai Tombi Safari Colors palette to add extra stars and planets. I use my heat gun to dry the watercolors, and you can really see the metallic shine once they're dry. Now I think my galaxy is starting to come together. My blended panel is slightly larger than A2 size, so I trim it down to 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. I die cut several clouds from the blast-off die set and I arrange them over my galaxy panel. One of my clouds was cut a little larger and I score a 1/2 inch vertical line on the left side. This lets me adhere it to the back of the galaxy panel. Once I'm happy with the cloud arrangement, I adhere the scored cloud panel to the back of the galaxy panel and then add the third cloud on the right. This creates one long panel that opens and closes, revealing the full galaxy background. Next, I take a strip of acetate and adhere it behind the body of the rocket ship. I add adhesive to the flames and adhere those to the acetate as well. After trimming down the strip, I tuck it between the clouds and adhere the rocket to the cloud panel. Since I'm only adhering a little part of the ship to the clouds, the acetate strip helps to give it a little more stability. I attach part of the sentiment to the front clouds and hide the rest inside on the galaxy background. This way, the full message is only revealed when the clouds open, adding a fun interactive element. And that's it. I hope you enjoyed today's video, and if you did, I'd love for you to give it a thumbs up and leave a comment. Be sure to subscribe to the Trinity Stamps channel for even more crafty inspiration. Thanks so much for watching, and until next time, have a fantastic day and happy crafting. Bye!